Hi there, freelance friends. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again today. I'm Jennifer, and I help freelancers simplify their tools and workflows so that you can work less, earn more, and avoid burnout. Now, many of you will likely agree that when people hear the term freelancer and IT skills in the same sentence, they often assume I'm talking about freelancers who work primarily as developers, programmers, or tech consultants. But I'm not. After years of freelancing, I've learned something that has nothing to do with writing code and everything to do with building a sustainable business for yourself. And that's that basic IT skills can save you time, protect your profits, and help you earn more, regardless of what kind of freelance work you do. So I'm not talking, don't panic, I'm not talking about getting a computer science degree or becoming a cybersecurity expert. I'm talking about learning and enhancing practical technology skills that are going to help you to work faster with the tools that you're already using, automate repetitive tasks that are taking you a lot of time using what could be billable hours, solving common tech problems all by yourself without any assistance, again, saving you time, protecting client files and business data, communicating more effectively with your clients and your collaborators to help you build your business and sustain your business. And then also building systems that just make your business easier to run. And who doesn't like a business that runs more easily? So I'm challenging you to think of this as functional IT literacy. You want to ensure that you know enough to make technology work for you instead of constantly working around it. And that's the whole premise here of the Freelance Shift, is to give you those techniques to help you to build a successful freelance business and then inevitably run a successful freelance business. Now, with the case of IT skills, these skills are going to pay for themselves. IT skills really matter in a freelance business, regardless of what industry or specialization you have. Why? Well, first of all, you can bill more without working more. Isn't that wonderful? It sounds like a fantasy, but it's not. This is the big one. When you know how to use your technology tools efficiently, you're going to spend less time on things like formatting and searching, fixing your documents and repeating the same tasks, and more time doing billable work for your clients. I've got a simple example from my own business. I used to spend, 20, 30 minutes formatting training materials manually. Then I learned how to use and set certain styles and templates and document automation within Microsoft Word. And the same task takes me tremendously less time. Now you may say, well, it was only taking you 20 to 30 minutes before. True, but saving 20, 25 minutes several times a day or a week, all of that adds up. So even though it may not sound dramatic, multiply the time that I'm saving across a month, or even better, a year. And that's going to give you not just time saved, but money earned back, where you're either working on an additional project, making additional money, or kicking back and relaxing. Second, technology skills matter because they're going to help you to win projects faster. In freelancing, speed matters. The freelancer who responds quickly with a polished proposal is often going to get their foot in the door, even when they're not the cheapest option. So when you understand technology, you're going to have the advantage. You'll be able to use AI effectively to draft first versions faster and polished versions, not generic, randomly generated AI content. You'll also be able to create reusable proposal templates, automate your follow-ups, organize your leads, send polished deliverables quickly. So all of these things combined mean that you can spend less time scrambling and, again, more time doing things that help you to earn more. You also protect your margin, and that may be one of the ones that isn't so obvious to you, but it's true. In my opinion, the biggest threat to freelancers isn't lack of work, at least for most of us. It's actually scope creep. And that seems to happen all the time. But when you really get a handle on things like version control, shared folders, approval workflows, track changes, and overall documentation, you're going to be able to better create clear boundaries. So that means when a client asks for just one more thing, you have a record of what was agreed to. And this is going to protect your time and, again, your profit. Everything's coming down to that bottom line today. Next, you're going to be able to reduce rework and revision cycles. So every single unnecessary revision that you make for a client costs you money because it's taking you time to do it. So if you have IT skills that are going to help you to build systems that catch those mistakes before that copy ever goes to the client and the client reviews it, this might mean that you're going to have less back and forth. You're also probably going to be more confident in your experience and just have a better overall client experience. Next, you also improve cash flow. And as we all know, cash is king, right? Cash flow matters. And technology can help you get paid faster. So when you know how to do things like quickly send a follow-up email or a project recap or an approval workflow, then you're more likely to get the project done faster and get paid faster. Never mind when you start considering things like invoice reminders and calendar reminders that really do help projects close faster because your invoices are going out sooner, and then usually the payments will come in earlier. And I know that this isn't necessarily a glamorous topic, but it's an important topic and a powerful topic that can really help you maintain or build success within your business. And there's more. You also spot new revenue opportunities because when you don't understand the tools your clients use, then you start seeing opportunities that they don't. For instance, maybe you notice that their training platform isn't tracking data correctly, or maybe you notice that their workflows are inefficient. Maybe their documents aren't standardized or the systems aren't connected. But when this happens, regardless of what it is, this opens the door for you to really step in and offer your expertise, You can offer to help them optimize their work. You can offer your training services if that's something you do, helping them with documentation, automation, or just ongoing support. They could hire you at a regular schedule of freelance work, which is what I've had a lot of my clients do. And this opportunity is really valuable to both you and the client, because you'll see that your IT skills help save your client money. Now, again, this applies to every type of freelancer. It doesn't matter if you're a writer, a coach, a consultant, a designer, a VA, a project manager, or a trainer like me. The more comfortable you are with technology, the more valuable you are going to become across the board. Mark my words. In my own world as a trainer, I've really come to understand that, understanding platforms and automation. And in this particular time, AI tools, reporting systems, video workflows, and overall content technology has directly impacted what I can offer clients, what I can charge, and the amount of work that I get. So you may be saying, well, that's nice, Jennifer, but how do I actually go about getting these skills without feeling overwhelmed? Especially people feel like in the AI space, things are changing so quickly that sometimes it's hard to keep up. But I just want to give you a little confidence boost and reassurance. You don't need to learn everything. Pick a part to start with and master that, and then move on. And start with the tools that you already use. So for instance, if you live in Microsoft Word and you're not familiar with things like templates or quick parts, which we've done a video on in the past, get familiar with those tools. They're going to save you time. They're going to save you money. Same thing. You could start in Microsoft Excel. Maybe you could just work on learning the basic formulas, making sure that you can use the functionality within tables, create pivot tables. Outlook, there's so much that you could do in Outlook with learning various email rules that can help you with email sorting and filtering. And then setting up automations, whether using Copilot or some of the other built-in tools within Outlook to help you with responding and scheduling. So basically, pick one repetitive task that you do and automate it. Just start with one. You can do one, right? Set that as a goal. I can do one. I can do one by pick a time. Next week, next month. Make it concrete, because that's how momentum starts. Now, again, this is really the foundation behind the Freelance Shift, is where I'm hoping that these videos that we go through in this podcast really help you to grow and build your business by doing things like using AI strategically, building smarter systems. This will allow you to work faster without burning out. And you'll be able to do other things. You'll be able to confidently price or stay relevant in a rapidly changing freelance marketplace. So this isn't theory. It's not hype. It's real world need to know skills that are going to save you time, help you solve your problems, and earn more. So if this is the kind of conversation that resonates with you, please go back and watch some previous episodes for the things that you align to. Look at the topics, see what you're not so sure of, where you think you would get the most benefit, And then, of course, like and subscribe to the channel. It would really help it out, and I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.